Sureni is a friendly and a catechism teacher in our parish. One day, she asked to meet me, and when we met, it was a surprising story that I heard from her. She had a long revenge with his brother, elder brother. Most of the times, parents love their youngest son or daughter, isn't it? But in Sureni's life, it was just the opposite. Her parents loved the eldest. And this loneliness of Sureni, rejection was Sureni, was lasted for a long time. So she started an affair with an older young man. She felt for some time that she was loved, she was cared, but time to time she felt that she was rejected again and again. When I met her, she acknowledged that she is using drugs to relieve that pain, to embrace that love once again. She told me that when she have this pill or this drug, she was brought to a kind of a fantasy world where she felt loved, where she was recognized as the most beloved child in the family, most silent person in the family. But when time passed, she felt that the dosage of that medicine is not enough for her. She felt that inner urge to be loved. She felt that inner urge to be praised, to be appreciated, and she was crying desperately in front of me. And that was the conversation for that day. The next day when I met her, she was feeling a kind of relief because she was able to share her pain with someone. So I asked her, so far you have told me the rejection, the loneliness, the negative side of your life. Tell me one good thing that is in your life. One good thing. As a priest, I was expecting an answer, but unfortunately she couldn't name one. So I didn't have anything else to ask. So that's the end of the conversation, and she promised me, Father, I will reflect on that. The next day was a miracle. She came with a beautiful picture of herself, drawn, nicely drawn, and the list of good things written around her. It was really a surprise, and it paved me the way, it paved Sureni the way to be healed from her revenge with her elder brother. My dear friends, the Feast of Transfiguration is an invitation for all of us to recognize our own goodness that is present in us. When we look at the gospel today, we can see the goodness of Jesus shown in the context of transfiguration. We see that Jesus' face shone like the sun, and his clothes became white as light. This happened because God loved his beloved Son, and Jesus recognized that I am my beloved Father. I am the Son of my beloved Father. So that paved Jesus, and that helped God to recognize Jesus as the only beloved Son. This feast is encouraging us to recognize our own goodness and to reflect on that throughout this week. Let us pause for a while and reflect and look at our own selves. What are the good qualities you have in your life? How do you see yourself? Can you name some of the good qualities that are told about you by others? And you can own them. This is who I am. If we can recognize them, we can say it in another word that it is a blessing from God. It is a way that God has blessed me. Friends, God has blessed us so much, and sometimes we are not able to recognize our own goodness in front of us, within us. If we recognize our own goodness, we are invited to bring that goodness to our prayer in humble prayer and to be grateful in front of our Lord. So that the God who made us good will help us to attract other people not to ourselves but to God Himself. So I wish you that this feast of Transfiguration may be a feast for you to recognize your own goodness and to praise your Father and to say, Father, I am your beloved child.